We had 100 interested parties in our business. Raincatcher narrowed it down to what was the best fit. They had about 15 people sign NDAs and letters of intent to show, to further along the process of buying the business. And we ended up only speaking to 3 after Raincatcher narrowed it down a bit. The buyer we got, I really liked the guy. I felt like it was a good fit. We got top dollar. We got what we were asking. They did a good job at narrowing down the candidates. They walk you through it. I mean, they've got the experience. They've done this a bunch of times, and the outcome was fantastic. Hi, my name is Brian. I am the owner of BC Precision. At BC Precision, we sold precision balls, ball bearings, industrial fasteners, and the like. What I did is I went by the Pareto principle of 20% of your products bring in 80% of the revenue. So I got really efficient, and it was running the best it's ever ran. So, of course, it's like the best time to sell a business is when it's the most profitable. So let's see what it's worth. And that's when I contacted Raincatcher and worked with them to figure out, was this possible? Was this something people were looking for? I decided to work with Raincatcher because after speaking to the representative, I realized they were the best suited to handle this business. It's kind of a complex business. I was working with Amazon. I had my own personal customers. It was just a complicated setup with complicated finances and an e-commerce business, which a lot of these companies, after looking at websites, it seemed like they're, I guess, more familiar with traditional style businesses, and e-commerce wasn't really their niche. So I felt good about Raincatcher handling the process. When I first got to working with Raincatcher, they gave me a sheet, asked me many, many questions. They learned the ins and outs of my business. They grabbed all my financial data out of our software, took it back years back, put it in a presentable fashion to any prospective buyers, and they just crafted, I guess, a snapshot of who we were, what we did, what we've accomplished in a way that a prospective buyer would be able to, understand what they're looking at. I only spoke to 3 potential buyers because Raincatcher did most of the vetting, and they would eliminate any potential lowball offer they saw coming or just someone fishing for information about our business. They've done this a bunch of times, and the outcome was fantastic.